Oh, what the fuck? That sounds like some straight backdoor ass shit, bro.
He says the emotional trauma is something that will last his lifetime, but now his priority is his children.
My oldest daughter,
Damn, man.
she's taking it hard. My 6-year-old, he knows, but he doesn't know. And my
I can
baby
only
girl,
imagine, bro.
she don't really know what's going on. She's 1 year old.
Man. Woman wanted a divorce and then end up dead, found with a gunshot to her head. By her husband, though. So what the fuck really going on? We finna get to the bottom of it doing C, you hear me? What's up with the tribe? It's a vibe. We back outside with another reaction vibe, you know? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to keep up with the J Tribe. And hey, we finna get to the bottom of this shit, man, cause something don't sound right, you hear me? A woman found dead after saying she wanted a divorce, but her husband found her dead, or something like that, you hear me? But let's get over here to this video and see what's going on, tribe. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. It's a vibe, you hear me? Alright.
Neighbors, family, and friends are trying to figure out what led up to a...
Damn, buddy ass like that was looking mad as a motherfucker. Hold up, tribe. That dude, he looked mad as hell. Buddy ass right there, with the gray hat on, his ass mad as fuck. I feel sorry for him, bro.
Neighbors, family, and friends are trying to figure out what led up to a mother of 3 shot and killed here early this morning.
My wife was a good wife. She was a good mom. She was an entrepreneur. She came from nothing to something, you know, and she helped me. I became a barber. I mean, I always wanted to do it, but she pushed me to do it.
Time out, bro. Don't tell me this the husband, bro. This nigga calm as a motherfucker. If that was my wife, I'd be in that motherfucker going crazy. He talking about, yeah, she pushed me. Pushed me to be a barber and shit. Time out on the play, bro. Time the fuck out, you hear me? Something ain't right already. He too calm. Look at him, bro. He thinking about his future and shit of being a barber and shit. He tweaking, man. For real.
I held her in my arms. She was alive.
Bro, if you don't stop that motherfucking fake ass cry, I ain't really even got to see no more of the video. You hear me? He lying like a motherfucker. He got something to do with this shit if he ain't did the shit. You hear me? That fake ass cry, bro, I be in that motherfucker hurt. I'm talking about breaking down for real. You hear me? He need a motherfucker actor's failure reward. You hear me?
Hi everyone, my name is Makiva Jenkins, business strategist and coach with the Prime Enterprise Group. I help entrepreneurs build their business from the ground up by laying a solid foundation.
This is the story of Makiva Jenkins, a successful entrepreneur and mother of 3 who had a loving, supportive husband, a beautiful home, and a thriving consulting business, pulling in well over 6 figures. She was well on her way to tremendous wealth. She was living the American dream, but sadly, her American dream would soon turn into a nightmare when she is gunned down in her bedroom while she is sleeping. Who would want to hurt someone who spent most of her time helping others? This story takes us to Lake Worth, Florida. 34-year-old Makiva Jenkins had a deep affection for her family. She was a single mother of a little girl, and she was known as a really kind and thoughtful young woman. She was a very devout Christian who enjoyed going to church as much as she enjoyed going out with friends and having fun. In the year 2010, the single mother met her future husband Yuri Jenkins at a church function. Both of Yuri's parents were pastors. His father served as the pastor of a church, while his mother served as a minister. As Yuri and Makiva started dating, their relationship progressed swiftly into a serious one. They kept something like a dream book in which they recorded their aspirations and ambitions, and Yuri was always right there with Makiva. Yuri would soon propose to Makiva, and the two would get married. The years that followed were ones filled with joy. Makiva had a daughter from a previous relationship, and Yuri also had a daughter from a previous relationship, but his daughter lived with her mother. As Makiva and Yuri's relationship started to grow, Yuri accepted Makiva's daughter as his own, and the two of them went on to build a great life together. This dude is always by my side. I'm finishing this business plan and he's right here 4:30 a.m. I love him. He supports me in all I do. When I prayed for a good man, God sent him to me at the perfect time. Makiva enrolled in college. She was so driven to succeed because she wanted to provide a great life for her daughter. Yuri supported her by taking care of her daughter so that she could attend school. He would earn money working as a barber. The couple welcomed a baby boy in 2011. Things were going well between the two for a couple of years, but in 2013, they would fall on hard times. They tried to start a few businesses but were ultimately unsuccessful.
Man. That's where shit go wrong in a relationship most of the time. I ain't gonna speak too much on it, but most failed relationships, when the finances start going downhill, relationships start going right behind it, you hear me? Most relationships, not all, but most, you hear me? Real shit. From when the looks of it, from the sounds of it, that's what it's getting to. Shit start getting ugly, you hear me? Motherfuckers be mad for no reason, that shit at each other, you hear me?
Result, they went bankrupt and found themselves homeless. Makiva had nowhere to live, very little money, and not much of anything else until things started to turn around. Makiva went to a seminar on financial literacy because she believed that it should be a goal to always be financially stable.
Thanks.
There, she learned about budgeting, business plans, and other related topics. She ended up getting out of the hole that she was in, but Yuri was the one who suggested that she take it to the next level. He asked her why she hadn't tried to go be a mentor or be a teacher and teach people how to start a business. This inspired Makiva to open a consulting firm to help others who wanted to start their own businesses but didn't know how. Yuri gave her an idea, and there was no stopping Makiva after that. She took what she learned about starting a business and she taught others how to be successful, so they could turn their ideas into a way of providing for their families and achieving their goals. Makiva didn't just teach it, she also practiced what she preached. She was living proof of her teaching because she didn't have much growing up, but through her commitment and hard work, she was able to go from homeless to making so many pictures and shit, but you know it's her though. As her success started to rise, she was able to relocate her family into a fantastic home in a very nice neighborhood, and it appeared as though nothing could stop Makiva from becoming very wealthy. In 2016, Makiva and Yuri would welcome another child, a daughter. The couple was living the American dream, but sadly this dream would soon turn into a nightmare. One night, while Yuri is hanging out in the garage of his home with his friend, Dimitri Dale, and Makiva's brother Quay, a masked gunman walks up and forces the three men into the home. He asked for Makiva's mother Questa, before he proceeded upstairs and fired one shot at Makiva while she was sleeping, a shot that would eventually take her life. He then ran down the stairs and out of the home, getting away in Dimitri's vehicle. The men raced upstairs after the gunman left to find Makiva suffering from a gunshot wound. They immediately dialed 911. Sadly, Makiva could not be saved and she would pass away during surgery. Makiva's friends and family were devastated, especially her husband who held her in his arms as she was fighting for her life.
The search is on for a gunman who killed the mother of three in Boynton Beach. Today, we're hearing from her husband about her tragic final moments. CBS 4 anchor Rick Fulbaum is in the newsroom with the man's heartbreaking story.
My bad, bro.
Well, Elliot,
your ass saying like you ain't even, I don't know. But my bad, my apologies, bro. I thought you saying like you ain't really like, I don't know. Let me just shut up. You hear me?
Yuri Jenkins says he had to watch his wife die in his arms moments after an armed intruder shot her in the head. Faced with this unspeakable tragedy, he is going to do his best to hold on to the good memories of her.
It was a home invasion.
She was a strong woman, a strong Christian. She kept me level.
Yuri Jenkins is the husband of Makiva Jenkins. He says for the past 24 hours, he keeps replaying the image of his wife's brutal murder in his mind.
My wife was a good wife. She was a good mom. She was an entrepreneur. She came from nothing to something.
Jenkins says he was with Makiva just before 1:30 in the morning inside their home in unincorporated Lake Worth when a masked gunman forced the couple, a friend, and their children at gunpoint to go upstairs. They persuaded the gunman to let the children leave the house before they were forced to lie face down on the floor. Yuri then saw the gunman shoot his wife in the head.
I held her in my arms. She was alive.
Oh, what the fuck? That sounds like some straight backdoor ass shit, bro.
He says the emotional trauma is something that will last his lifetime, but now his priority is his children.
My oldest daughter,
damn, man,
she's taking it hard. My 6-year-old, he knows, but he doesn't know. And my baby girl,
bro.
She don't really know what's going on. She's 1 year old.
Jenkins, a barber by trade,
bro,
telling
fault,
CBS
bro.
News that to get through this difficult time, he'll look to his family and his church for support. heartbreaking story. And just 2 hours before her death, Jenkins
crazy,
posted on Facebook, Elliot, that she was proud of herself for working her way from homelessness to financial success in just 2 years. Relatives fear that her post may have had something to do with her death.
Detectives started their investigation to find out why and who would do this to Makiva.
Relatives fear that her post may have had something to do with her death.
Detectives started their investigation to find out why and who would do this to Makiva. They questioned the mother Cuesta because the gunman appeared to be looking for her, but the mother had no enemies or could even think of anyone who would be angry at her. This appeared to be a targeted hit. They found out through the mother that Makiva made posts on her social media account about her financial success. Her last post read, "I'm in awe of how far I've come. This lady reached out to me about my business plans. We've been Facebook friends for years, but the last time we spoke through private message was August 2011. In this message I was inquiring about Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University offered through her church. I couldn't even afford $99 at that time. Fast forward to now. We overcame being homeless in 2013 and 2014 to reaching my six-figure mark in 2015 to now making multi-six figures. No matter what the road looked like, I followed my heart and stuck with it, growing my business. I'm saying this to say anyone can do it. It takes determination and consistency."
Man, hey, time out to her, man. Big W's for her, man. Rest in peace for that lady, man. She was definitely determined, man. She definitely was ambitious. For real, man. And motivating for sure. For sure. Her husband said that too. Like, why you want to go, like, take this up as a profession and go, like, teach people how to, like, be an entrepreneur? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, though, for sure, man.
To question if someone was jealous of Makiva's success and wanted her dead, or since she was a business coach, did a disgruntled client come back for revenge? They explored all possibilities. They discovered that Makiva had conflicts with the mother of Yuri's child, Courtney Bell. They would go back and forth on social media. On May 17, 2017, Makiva posted, "In the past 3 years, I've made the most money I've ever made in my life, and that's because I created my own opportunities. I didn't wait on the raise from a job. I didn't wait on a handout. I started my own business all while we were homeless and made up in my mind that I was gonna win. I've been moving up ever since."
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That internet, this internet, the internet, whatever you want to call it, that motherfucker is dangerous. You hear me? You got to watch what we post on that motherfucker. Me too. I got to tell myself sometimes, like, man, don't even, you know what I'm saying, just to prove something or show a motherfucker you doing this or doing that, man. Sometimes, bro, that could be, it's pros to it and it's definitely cons to it. And I think it's more cons to it than pros, to be honest with you. But that internet is, hey, the devil work. And it's all about how you use it, but it's always somebody on the other end that's just out to, like, destroy or try to take your success. Some people don't want to hear your success. Some people pray for your downfall, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like that's what's going on here in a sense, you know. She posted a lot of her success and shit, trying to motivate others, but somebody in the cut was hating on that, you know.
Yuri's baby mother responded to this post by saying, "You sure do brag a lot for someone who married a deadbeat father who owes $10,000 in child support. Even with all that money you're claiming to make, and Yuri is still too selfish to support his own child. Hashtag deadbeat dad." Makiva responded, "Jealousy at its finest." Investigators felt this could be a motive for murder, so they questioned Courtney, but she denied being involved in Makiva's murder. The police obtained surveillance tapes from nearby residences in an effort to determine where the shooter came from and if the shooter was alone or not. Detectives searching for the killer of Makiva Jenkins have recently discovered surveillance footage showing Dimitri Dale dropping someone off a few doors away from Makiva's home. This unknown individual killer of Makiva Jenkins have recently discovered surveillance footage showing Dimitri Dale dropping someone off a few doors away from Makiva's home. This unknown individual instantly raises suspicions. Dimitri never mentioned that there was anyone else with him while he was driving to Yuri and Makiva's house. Detectives received a call from Makiva's friend, Natasha Williams, and what she would tell them would send the investigation in a whole new direction. Investigators start to see a different side of the couple's relationship. They begin to realize that although Yuri painted a picture-perfect relationship, there were some serious issues developing between the two. Natasha said that Makiva had confided in her that Yuri had cheated on her with other women. She said that Makeva had reached a point where she could no longer take it. She began emotionally withdrawing herself from her spouse and started emotionally and financially withholding from him. She was unhappy in the relationship and had intentions of ending it by divorcing Yuri. If Makeva divorced Yuri, he would lose his source of income because Makeva was the breadwinner. To investigators, this was a clear motive for murder. Investigators also discovered that Makeva had a $500,000 life insurance policy that previously listed Yuri as the beneficiary.
Man, money is the root of all evil, tribe. It's so scary to marry somebody, bro, and get life insurance, however that shit work. Like, bruh, like, just, hey. Dang, man, like, this shit is crazy, bro.
Makeva had recently changed it to her grandmother.
Is it that serious,
the insurance company informed investigators that Yuri did call to inquire about the money after Makeva's death, only to find out that she removed him from the beneficiary. They said he was shocked that he wasn't the beneficiary and responded by saying, "Wow, there's no way she could have changed it in time." Investigators were convinced that Yuri was behind
so
the
your
murder.
ass say, ain't no way she could have changed it in time? I knew you was a dirty, non-barber cutting hair motherfucker, you hear me? I knew it, bro. I felt in my heart in the beginning of the video. He just seemed too, like, I don't know. I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, put it on him because this is real life, a natural reaction, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't watched this video at all. I promise you I haven't on my kids, you know what I'm saying? So I was naturally just giving y'all my honest opinion on what I felt. And from the looks of it, I'm right. This dirty, broke ass dude, bro. No disrespect, bro, but you gonna whack your, bruh. I know you ain't get your son mama whack, bro. I know you ain't get your son mama whack, bro. Like, come on, man.
His wife, Makeva. They interviewed Dimitri again, and he confessed that Yuri approached him with wanting to have his wife Makeva killed, so he put him in touch with Jovan. He confessed that Yuri offered Jovan $1,500 to kill Makeva, and that he gave Jovan
$1,500, bro? Is you fucking serious, cuz?
What kind of shit is that? Hell no!
$1,500 to whack somebody, bro? That's how much this lady life worth to you, bro? Man, come on, bro.
On a ride to the house the night of the murder. He cut a deal with police and wore a wire and started talking to Yuri about the murder, but Yuri wouldn't confess. So police bring in Jovan for questioning, and he confesses to the murder and says he was just trying to help Yuri out. Yuri was arrested and told that he was being charged with first-degree murder.
God vindicate me.
You say you're innocent?
I'm innocent. Yes, I am.
That's Yuri Jenkins last night. Compare that to the day of his wife's murder. Two totally different scenes. The grand jury indictment refers to the killing of Makeva Jenkins as premeditated.
Dirty, bro.
He's a quiet guy. He's a nice guy.
His attorney paints a different picture of the man accused of first-degree murder.
I believe him. I firmly support him.
Jenkins has had his fair share of run-ins with the law. He's been arrested 5 times in Palm Beach County since 2006 on drug charges. He's not the only one charged in his wife's death. Jovan Joseph is also charged with first-degree murder.
I mean, the theory has to be that somehow Yuri Jenkins got this individual to do what he did in killing Yuri's wife. What evidence they have of that, I have no clue.
In June, PBSO detectives said Makeva Jenkins was murdered when a masked gunman entered her home while her husband and children were inside. The case was wildly talked about given the nature and her social media posts about her rise from homelessness to 6 figures. Yuri Jenkins' attorney told us today his client was a barber.
This energy do seem off, man.
Initially, he was cutting hair in the garage that night.
Makeva's family overcome with emotion outside the courtroom today.
He just didn't take to be what I thought he was. I know. I just can't describe what I'm feeling right now. That's it.
It would later be revealed that Makeva was pregnant when she was killed.
Shocking new revelations in the death of Makeva Jenkins, the mother of 3, shot and killed in her own home.
So they killed her and the baby.
Is held behind bars for her murder. New documents show this crime.
So what evidence they got though? They just got them dudes' word of mouth.
Unborn child. CBS 12's Nayela Charles is live in the Breaking News Center with this new information in this heartbreaking case. Nayela?
Yeah, Liz, the victim in this murder case was pregnant when she was killed. These court records here shed some light on why a 19-year-old was also charged with murder in connection to Makiva's death. Deputies believe the teen killed Makiva after receiving just $1,500 from her husband. These records from the state
like, come on, bro. Come on, man. That shit making me mad, bro. 15.
Attorney's office say there was ongoing tension between the couple before Makiva's death. In May, Makiva reportedly told Yuri that she wanted a divorce, but changed her mind after learning she was pregnant. A close friend of Makiva's told investigators that Yuri wasn't happy about her pregnancy. Deputies had no idea who the masked gunman was until one of the witnesses inside the home at the time of the shooting came forward. Records show in August, Dimitri Dale told investigators he drove the shooter to the scene of the crime moments before it happened. Dale said 19-year-old Jovan Joseph was the one who pulled the trigger.
Damn, 19
According
years
to the public
old.
records, Dale wore a wire when Joseph said Yuri Jenkins gave him a gun and $1,500 just 2 days before the crime.
And Yuri Jenkins is the baby daddy,
Girlfriend
the
told
husband.
investigators Yuri kissed her the day before Makiva's murder and that Jenkins showed no emotion after her death. The state attorney's office says they have no comment on why Yuri and Joseph aren't facing additional charges for the death of the unborn child. Live from the Breaking News Center, Nayela Charles.
Yeah, because it definitely was two bodies now.
19-year-old Jovan Joseph, the one who shot Makiva, was convicted of second-degree manslaughter with no more than 20 years. Dimitri, who also cut a deal, got probation of 15 years for manslaughter for helping to find the hitman and bring him to the home. Yuri was found guilty of first-degree murder and was sentenced to life in
They
prison.
gonna get his ass.
Yuri wanted Makiva dead, and he didn't care that he was leaving his kids without a mother. He wanted to keep the house and thought he would get a payout of $500,000 after Makiva's death. But
That 500K, boy. I did another video, 500K. Half a meal ticket to do it, boy. That'll have a motherfucker ready to get you up out of here, boy. Y'all better take notes. You hear me?
Makiva was financially smart when she
And
sensed
shit, clearly 1,500 to get it done. What the fuck?
trouble in the relationship. She immediately got her financing in order and removed him from her life insurance. So not only did he find out he wasn't going to receive a penny after her death, he had to come to the realization that he killed her for nothing, and now he will spend the rest of his life in prison. What happened to Makiva was beyond tragic. She didn't deserve her life to be taken. She was betrayed by the person who promised to love and protect her, and who also said he wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. But in the end, he knew his actions in the relationship would probably result in him eventually losing everything. Makiva was a great mother and just wanted to be successful, so her family could have all of the things she never had. My condolences to her friends and family. May you continue to heal and find peace.
Hey, rest in peace, Makiva.
This is what you do when you get your tax refund. You spend money on shoes.
Talk your shit.
At Legal Tax Solutions, we can maximize your return so you can buy all the shoes.
Talk your shit.
Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Shit. That was a good way to end the video, man. I can't even be mad at that. You hear me? Talk your shit, man. When you get your own money, you do what you want to do with that shit. You see that, Yuri? Ain't that her husband name? The problem is, bro, you should have just got your own paper, bro. Get your own motion going on. I know you say you cut her and shit, but, bro, we got to get our own motion as men, bro. We got to stand on 10, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though she is making more paper than you, it don't even matter, bro. And this shouldn't have never got down to the point to where you want to whack her. Not to put my business in the mix, bro. I got a kid's mama, bro, and I ain't finna speak on it, bro, but I ain't never really wanted to just, like, get a motherfucker to whack her. You know what I'm saying? Then if anything, shit, if it come down to it, what you gonna pay somebody to do it for, bro? You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna leave that shit where it's at, man. Rest in peace to Makia. Shout out to your hustle, your ambition, you know what I'm saying? God bless your kids. You get what I'm saying? And rest in peace to your baby, also your unborn child that was in your stomach. Hey, Yuri, that's fucked up you did that for 500K, man. 500K, bro, that you ain't gonna even get, bro. You bogus for that, tribe. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And then you paid a motherfucker 1,500? 1,500, bro. You probably could make that in 2 weeks job pay, bro. Like, come on, bro. You bogus for that, man. Rest in peace to Makia, man. It's a vibe. We outside, tribe. I'm gone.